as shown for the freehold semi-D, the transacted price are generally above 3 million, and it can go up to more than 5 million for new transaction. So for freehold terrace houses, the transacted prices is from 2.38 million to above 3 million, depending on the sizes as well. Okay, Belgravia Ace is located in D28, so we are using nearby new strata development as a reference, okay, as a comparables. One of the development in the market is Parkwood Collection, which has the similar setup as Belgravia Ace. So to date, 39 units has been sold out of 53 units. The recent transaction for Parkwood Collection is 4.858 million for the semi-D. And as you can see, the prices are still attractive as the PSF still fall below 1,000. Developer have also confirmed that the current will increase on 3rd of January. So for buyers, if Parkwood Collection is also marketed by ERA. Okay, so I don't want to sell Koyo using this platform, using this session. But if you have any interested clients, you can actually contact any of our taggers there. Okay, it is important for salesperson to know what is the nearby comparable and what is the recent transaction price as well. So inevitably, for potential buyer who are interested in Belgravia Ace, will definitely ask or search for some data on it. Okay, and it will be good that you can use it as a reference. The last semi-Ds that was sold in Belgravia Green is 3.858 million. So as you can see from the table, take reference from it. How much do you think developer will price for Belgravia Ace? Okay, there are a few strata landed development around Belgravia Ace that we need to know and use it as a guide. The noticeable ones will be those within Belgravia Drive, okay, which is over here, okay, such as ST Villas, Belgravia Villas, and 8 at Stratton. So let's take a look at one of the development which is further away from Belgravia areas. One of the development will be Alana. The highest profit achieved so far is more than 300K. Okay, below or next to Alana is Cabana, which is also having a good profit of more than 100K. Both Alana and Cabana are relatively old development and are still a bit further away from Belgravia Ace. Let's go straight to the Belgravia Stratton area. 8 at Stratton is also another strata landed development, which is developed by the same developer as Belgravia Ace, Fairfield. Look at the profit, over 700,000. Okay, ST Villa is another development that is reaping profit from the sales from 400K all the way up to 700,000. And for Belgravia Villas, we will, the profit is 250 to 398K. So in summary, potential buyers are still buying in this area, and all these data can serve as a guide during your discussion with your clients. Okay. This slide may, in fact, I do not want to show this slide until until we really have the indicative price from developer. So, but for you guys, I think I will have to show it, okay? Especially I have shared, in the last few slides regarding about the prices. Okay, I put a very big disclaimer over here. So for this slide, this price matrix is only for our discussion while pending developer indicative. Okay, this is not formally from or officially from developer. Okay, I've been hearing or getting inquiries asking whether what will be the price for Belgravia Ace, or is there any units that buyer could get 3.5 million? Based on the figures and data especially the transacted prices for strata landed homes are increasing. To me, I feel anything below 1,002 were deemed as attractive for Belgravia Ace. So what are the expected price to be? What we expected the price to be will be above 1,000. So for any unit that is in between 1,000 to 1,050, okay, it's a must buy lah. I don't want to use the word no-brainer, but it's a must buy. And between 1,001 to 1,002 is definitely a good buy. Okay, anything that goes above that is at market rate already. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is only for our discussion and not for circulation. Okay. Sorry, I will need to go a little bit faster because you know, strata landed involve a lot of technical specs to talk about. So I will leave that session. I will leave that session for Michael to go through with you guys. Okay, so I will go a little bit faster. Regarding about the recent cooling measures, you know, since last year, government has already announced that they are planning to implement the cooling measures. So on the night of 15 December, this piece of news caught us by surprise. I mean, it may not be something that is very shocking. However, it just caught us by surprise. You know, my it's around like, you know, 11 plus nighttime. I saw this piece of news over my, you know, my Facebook feeds. The first thing that comes into my mind, I did not read the content, but the first thing coming into my mind is this time round government is very smart. You know, the last cooling measure was announced in 2018, July, 5th of July. So everybody rushed to buy. So this time round, they learn from their previous experience. Okay, they learn from their previous experience. They, you know, they announce this news close to midnight so that no one can actually react on it. Okay. Whew. The cooling measures are meant to slow down the booming property market, but not to put a stop to it. So there won't be any, so, you know, with this implementation of these cooling measures, there won't be any bubble form, just like putting a soft brake on it, but not a hard brake. Okay, just to recap on it, there are 3 measures implemented by the government. Number 1, ABSD, first property, no change. Second and third property will have an increase of 5% from the previous rate. The TDSR will be from previous 60% down to 55%. And of course, HDB loan from 90% to 85%. Of course, point number 3 is not applicable to us. So to me, personally, I feel that the cooling measures may not have a direct impact on Belgravia Ace as the setup is for owner's occupation. So instead of buying it for investment, majority of the buyers are either upgraders or first-timer for Belgravia Ace based on the previous data that we had for Belgravia Green. Most buyer tends to structure their purchase to be the first property. For example, selling off their property and buying in Belgravia Ace as their first matrimonial property. Okay, next, TDSR, 60% to 55%. Okay, look at the figures, look at the number. The number may seem huge, but if you break it down, it is actually digestible. As shown on the table, based on a million property, the difference on the income required is only $680. The difference, okay. So coming to Belgravia Ace, let's take a look at the 4 million column. I don't think there will be any units priced below 4 million. Okay, if there is, it will be a bonus. Before and after cooling measures, the differences on the income required is 2,700. And yes, you may be thinking that it is a huge difference. But for buyers who can afford to buy Belgravia Ace, their income is definitely not at the borderline. Okay, to me. Maybe some years, but they do have the confidence that moving forward in the next few years, they will be able to earn more than what they are earning currently. So in the nutshell, don't let the percentage create don't let all this percentage create a blockage to you, a roadblock to you. The figures is really marginal if you break it down. So do seek for professional advice rather than thinking that there is a no deal. The cooling measure is definitely targeting at the investor, foreigner, and developer, and not much on the owners, occupiers, especially buying their first property. So, in summary, the latest cooling measures will cause lesser impact on Belgravia Ace. This will conclude what I have said for the past 30 minutes. With the report of strong sales, potential buyer may fear of missing out good deals. So unlike new condo launches, the supply on landed listing are not many, and needless to say, when it comes to new strata landed home, it is only that handful that is available. So since pandemic, the mortgage loan are still relatively low, and the announcement of cooling measures somehow bring down the competition. And in fact, this measure benefits the people and benefits those people who are getting their first private property. And of course, the rising prices. Okay, the next thing I'll be covering quickly will be the government plans on Singapore, which is the regional highlights and urban transformation that is around Belgravia Ace. I'll brief through the work and learn part. Follow on will be the live and play. So when we talk about growth area, it's more like we will have more employment opportunity, more jobs opportunities, etc. And somehow or rather, it will bring up the as in related to property, right? All these growth areas somehow or rather will have an impact and will increase the price of the property. I mean, this is something that it was shown, in the past years, where government announced new plans, the property price around the area, somehow or rather it rises, and people are buying in that area. So for Belgravia Ace, it is to market Belgravia Ace, I think it is important to know what are the things that's happening around this area. Okay, the objective of the planning is to build a sustainable and resilient city of the future, and to encourage economic growth and bringing jobs and amenities closer to homes, providing better connectivity for the residents as well. So for Seletar, just slightly away from which is very close to Belgravia Ace lah. Okay, Seletar Regional Center being closest to Belgravia Ace, together with Seletar Aerospace Park, has become have become a major employment node for people living in this area. So the 320 hectares Seletar Aerospace is a home to over 60 multinational companies and businesses. So along with the Seletar Airport, it will add to Singapore's strength as a global aviation hub. So when we talk about Sengkang area, the first thing that comes into our mind or my mind will be Sengkang West Industrial Park. The phase development, which will add more jobs and opportunity to this area as well. There is also a flyover with adjacent road connecting to Sengkang West and Seletar Aerospace, providing access to the CTE, SLE, and TPE. Okay, one of the recent concentration by the government is the upcoming North Coast Innovative Corridor. So North Coast Innovative Corridor covering Seletar Regional Center. The corridor will boost economy developments in the area. It will also bring new roads infrastructure, including the North-South Corridor, formerly known as North-South Expressway, and the Thomson East Coast MRT, that will connect to the CBD. The objective is to create a place where new technologies, creative design, and ideas are gathered. The main region, such as Seletar Regional Center, Sembawang Shipyard, Woodland Regional Center, and also the Punggol Creative Cluster and Learning Corridors. Okay, a quick brief. I will have a quick brief on these key areas. Okay, Woodland Regional Center, touted as star destination of the North, is poised to take its place as the largest economy hub in Singapore North region. Over the next 15 years, new spaces for business, industry, research, and development, learning and innovation will be introduced to the Woodland Regional Center over the 100 hectares of land. Okay, this corridor will integrate the mixed users in Singapore North, connecting the future Agri-Food Innovation Park and Woodland Regional Center with synergistic elements of the ecosystem in the North, such as farms, Republic Poly, and also the Senoko Food Zone. There will be new mixed-use development with residential office and retail component that are connected to the Woodland MRT on the Thomson East Coast Line. Okay, there's also a lot of plans in Woodland. JTC also have plans for new buildings that allows the flexible use of industrial space for general manufacturing company. Okay, for Punggol Digital District, it is set to open in 2023. It will be Singapore's first enterprise district with lifestyle amenities catering to the surrounding communities. So there will also be a Punggol Town Hub, that an integrated community hub featuring regional library, hawker center, community, also childcare and health services centers. Okay, the 50 hectares digital district will house key industry on the digital economy, such as cybersecurity, digital technology firms, incorporate a JTC Corporation Business Park, Singapore Institution of Technology, a new campus SIT. The mixed-use district is also expected to create 28,000 jobs for the digital economy. Okay, the plan is to help to create more livable and sustainable towns. So infrastructure and services will be managed at the district level and will include a centralized logistic hub. Okay, it is slated to open progressively, and trials will be conducted in Punggol. Okay, interestingly, they are going to skill to guide the development of future new towns and districts such as Tengah and Jurong Lake District. And of course, the redevelopment of existing town across Singapore. Okay, Paya Lebar Air Base, one of the talk of the town topic. A new town in the northeast. So two concept master plans for Paya Lebar Air Base area are work in progress, and finding from these plans will be shared with the public in 2022. Okay, from Belgravia Ace to Paya Lebar, it will take about 20 to 25 minutes drive via the KPE. So if people were to say that, why I talk about the Paya Lebar Air Base, it's a new town. It will become a new town, and probably. Okay, I just go through the information, then I will share the next slides. Approximately 800 hectares of land, which is equivalent to the 5 Toa Payoh towns, will be freed up by the relocation. So the URA has said that plans for the new town built on site. Okay, this one you all can actually read up. Okay, so with the relocation of Paya Lebar Air Base from 2030s onward, the air base itself, the surrounding industrial development can progressively be transformed into a highly livable and sustainable new town. So with all the saying of the growth area, there will be more jobs, which is equal to more employments, and these new town residents could potentially be Belgravia Ace resale buyers. Okay. So earlier slides, I talked about the work and learn. So right now I will be sharing the learn and play. So the Oval at Seletar, which is less than 15 minutes drive from Belgravia Ace, is a chill and relaxed place. So where you spend a good evening with your family, with many good food choices. Okay, park at Hampstead Garden, it will enhance into a park for recreational activities and enjoyment of nature. So Round Island route will offers greater accessibility to recreation green space as well. So okay, all these you read through lah. Okay, there are more green spaces such as Thompson Nature Park. One of the main point to note will be the CRL, which is at the Ang Mo Kio area. Over the Sengkang Serangoon area, there will be new jobs cluster in the Lorong Haru's industrial estate, new community space and more recreational areas and amenities in Hougang Town and Lorong Chuan. For Punggol areas, other than the digital district, there will be Punggol Town Hub and Regional Sport Center and of course the malls. Not forgetting the Coney Island where the Outward Bound is located and offers outdoor adventure learning. So to summarize, residents of Belgravia Ace will be able to access to all these places and enjoy the nature, recreational space, amenities within a short drive. The North Shore Corridor will be Singapore's largest transit priority corridor, featuring dedicated bus lane, cycling trunk routes, and pedestrian path to serve public bus and commuters. Expected to be completed in 2027, it will directly connect the northern region and the city center. Residents in the North region depend highly on the CTE and usually cause heavy and slow traffic during the peak hours, which resulted in longer and slower traveling time. With the North-South corridor running parallel to the CTE, it will help to smoother the traffic load. It will help them to, for workers, it will help them to get to work on time in the morning and get home earlier in the evening. It is not just drivers who benefit. People who take public transport, such as buses and taxis, will also get to enjoy a smoother ride on the road. Okay, the key point over here is this improvement infrastructure may bring demand for properties along the corridor. Okay, apart from the North-South corridor, the Cross Island line will be Singapore 8 MRT line, and is expected to reduce crowding on the existing east-west and southeast line, and northeast lines. It will help to slash travel time between western part of Singapore and places such as Ang Mo Kio, Hougang, and Sengkang by providing more direct connection. So for instance, a commuter traveling from Ang Mo Kio can reach almost any part of Singapore using public transport within less than an hour, so saving up to 30 to 40 minutes of travel. The nearest MRT of Belgravia Ace will be Yio Chu Kang MRT, linking back to the Cross Island line. Tavistock station will be near to Belgravia Ace, and it will benefit and it will be able to benefit. Belgravia Ace will be able to benefit from the Cross Island line as well. So I have touched on the key growth area. Now let's take a look at the immediate location. In terms of the business, education, F&B, retail, nature, all is within 20 minutes drive. Okay, so for example, if you are going to the Seletar Regional Center, you will just take 30 minutes drive is actually quite safe. So I have tried personally, is actually within 10 minutes drive via the Stratton Road. Okay, and for educational, for young families, kids, childcare center, previously I've touched on, is well taken care of. And right now, how about the primary school? Rosyth School is just within 2 km and all the way up to tertiary. So one of the school that is not one of the institution that is not included in this map is actually the SIT at the Punggol. Okay, and of course for the F&B and retail, Greenwich is just right at the corner. It's just probably about 2 minutes drive. Okay, 6-minute drive. I think they quoted 6 minutes drive is because they are using Belgravia driveway, you know, that road out. But if you use Stratton Road, probably it's just 2 minutes. Okay, and of course, if you want to eat, you know, you have craving for Hai Di Lao, Seletar Mall is not far away from Belgravia Ace as well. Okay, so for nature and leisure, it's just within that maybe 40 minutes drive. Okay, for the site amenities, okay, this is the best. This is the favorite image that this is my most favorite image because it explains and shows everything that is around Belgravia Ace. Okay, Micah, are you ready? Okay, hopefully I'm still in time. Okay, thank you for your time. For my part, okay, I've ended my part. I will hand over to Michael for the project briefing. Okay. Okay, Michael, over to you.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, KP, for your sharing. Can everyone see me? Okay, I shall start my the second half of the briefing. Okay. Okay. Good morning, teammate of ERA. Welcome to Belgravia Ace briefing, agent briefing. Okay, as we all know that Belgravia Ace is nested in a private residential landed housing enclave at Seletar Hill. So this is the picture of the actual site and also the show sales gallery at these two locations. So later on this afternoon briefing session, please drive in through this Stratton Road. That means you need to come in from Seletar Road, turn right to Stratton Road. Don't come in from the Belgravia Drive. Just a reminder. Okay, a bit on the development information. Belgravia Ace is developed by Tong Group. So location is Belgravia Drive off Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5. So normally you want to introduce this development, you can always tell them we are at Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5, off Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5. Then this is a freehold. Concept-wise is a contemporary modern architecture. Expected TOP is January 2028. So the site area is 290520 square feet. A total of 104 semi and 3 terraces. There will be 1 car park porch. Share value is 41 per share value. Okay, a little bit about the developer, Tong Group. These are the awards that achieved by Tong Group. For Belgravia Villas is the first batch. Then followed by Belgravia Green. Other than that, developer also have other development getting the award. Then as for Belgravia Ace, in 2021, it was awarded as the best strata housing development and also best landed developer. So this is something that you can shout to your client. So we call it a trophy home. So from here you can see that it's a little bit different from the previous two launches in Belgravia. This comes with a grand entrance and then with the iconic clubhouse as the main focus for this development. You take a look, this is a 100-meter grand entrance driveway and drop off. So the gateway, the entrance is located quite near to Belgravia Green entrance. And then at the side itself, you can see there's a pavement for residents to walk and also for bicycle to, is a bicycle track. This is the overall view, side view coming in, and then with the whole plot all within 107 units. Okay, a little bit more about the site plan. Most of the houses is orientated in the north-south direction. And then for this 100-meter grand driveway is to give you a sense of arrival. You just imagine when you're traveling to Sentosa, just across the bridge, the kind of feeling. And then due to the big landscape, big site plan itself, there's a lot of landscaping is done within the development. And the front living space between the unit is 18 meters. One of the features for this Belgravia Ace is that the developer actually, architect have designed with an 8 garden treasure, mainly the 5 element, fire, earth, wood, water, metal, and on top of that, there's another air, stone, and light element. This is based on the theme of the zone and to provide a sense of balance across the development. So for this itself, the architect also take care of the feng shui within the development itself. So from here is a summary. That means from the driveway itself, it will be the fire element. Then in the center itself, where the clubhouse and behind the clubhouse is the earth element. So later when you come into the sales gallery, we'll brief you more about this. So other than all this zone itself, you can see that in between the houses, there's still pocket gardens. This is to allow the houses in between to have more space, so as more privacy and more ventilation. Okay, this is all the facility. The words is tiny. Maybe you can take a look later on when you reach the sales gallery. So there's a lot of facility within the development itself. Okay, something to highlight on the basement itself. Okay, for this development is located on the sloping ground. So for when you drive in, you don't drive under or into the basement. We say drive straight to the basement. So for type A itself, it's all without any basement. That means you drive from the driveway, you make a left or make a right turn, you can park your car. It's just like a landed house. So private car park is at the first story with auto gate. If you are looking at the 18 type A unit, which is the first row over here. However, from this dotted line and beyond, all the houses the car park is at the basement. So other than that, there's still in between the facility, there's still a 3-meter walkway that buffer between the houses and the facility. More about the dimension, the distance apart. For example, we mentioned about 18 meters. Living to living is 18 meters. You can see from here. This is something that is quite rare for most of the development. 18 meters is considered quite a good distance. And then the setback between all the corner and also the building setback for type A. Okay, to give you a little bit more about just now what I mentioned about the type A and type B basement, this is the concept. We are located on the sloping ground, gradient of 4 meters. So for type A itself, you straight drive into the car park. But for type B and C and D is all drive into the basement. Okay, communal facility. This is something that a drop-off point. This is a 2-story clubhouse with a very nice water fountain greeting you when you arrive at home. And then to this corner, at this corner itself is where you drive into the basement. So on this level itself, why this is 2-story? Because this is considered a 2-story. This is considered a basement already from here. Then behind the clubhouse, you see this is a 2-story clubhouse. Behind will be the barbecue pavilion, just located behind the clubhouse. Total, there's 4 pavilion. This is one of them. Then inside the 2-story clubhouse, there's an entertainment room, as what you see in the picture. Okay, and the lap pool is located at the last row of the type C over here. So it's just this is just right behind the clubhouse. Then some of the communal space and design that you can see. I just do a run through. A 50-meter lap pool. You can see between the houses is 80 meter. A zigzag bridge. And the whispering pond with waterfall. And what I mentioned about the 4 pavilion, including this one, the barbecue one, is at the clubhouse, behind the clubhouse. Okay, type of layout. Total, there's 4 type. Type A, Type B, Type C is all semi-D. Type D is the 3 terraces. We'll start off with Type A and Type B. What's so special about Type A and Type B? Total, there's 18 Type A and 18 Type B. They belongs to those back-to-back semi-D. It's different from the conventional whereby a common wall at the side. So with this unique design itself, looking from the front itself, you can see it look almost like a detached house. You can see there's space in between. So this is as good as, to a lot of them, they will think that this is something as close as possible to a landed property. Then Type B will be connected behind. Okay, number of unit. Type A, Type B, 18. Type C will be the majority, 68. And Type D1, 1 unit is the inter-terrace. D2, that means 2 unit is the 2 corner. So total will be 107 unit in total. In terms of the maintenance fee is all below 500. Okay. The unit type layout. Okay, as I mentioned, highlighted in light blue is the Type A. This is the one that is a real-to-real semi-D. It's connected back-to-back, A and B. Sorry. Okay. Then C will be the majority, 68. And D is at this corner. The 3 terraces is at this corner. So for all the type itself, there are 5 bedrooms. What you need to know is that 5 bedrooms, there's a car porch that minimally can have 2 cars. And then at the same time, there's a private lift that serves to all levels. The only thing that's different is that for Type B, there is on the attic itself, on the roof terrace itself, there's a family room. And then for Type A itself, there's no roof terrace on the top. Okay, the design of Type A, 3,929 square feet, 3-story with attic. So this is what you can see from here itself. Although there's no roof terrace, but you have a PES that's on the 2nd story or the 1st story. And then this is the room itself. So total 5 bedroom, as I mentioned. In terms of the width itself is 6 meter in terms of the frontage. And then if you are counting from the living to the kitchen all the way to the car porch is 15.5. On the living area itself, will be 12 meter. So you can say it's a 12 meter by 6 meter on the first story. But if you are including the car park, should be 15.5 meter. So this is type A. Just remember type A, there is an auto gate, and you can actually got the space to park minimum 2 cars. Type B. Type B is 4,370 square feet. This is the biggest in terms of the unit size. It comes with 3-story, 1 basement, and roof terrace. And bear in mind, it also have a family room, family area at the top. Again, it also have a similar layout like a detached because it's not connected at the side. So you got space at the side itself. Then in terms of the dimension itself, it's a little bit shorter by, it's 14.1, and then it's by 12 meter. However, there's a unique selling point for type B is that the car park is a 9 meter. So a standard HDB car park lot is 4.8 by 2.4. So with 9 meter, you can do your calculation. So if you have clients who have 3 cars, they might be very keen to look at this layout. And just bear in mind, there's only 18 units. Type C, 4,058 square feet, 3-story, 1 basement, and roof terrace. So for the roof terrace itself, it's just a lobby, lift lobby that come out, and then the whole area will be the roof terrace. Type C, everything is similar to type B, except the car park is 7.5 because there's only 1 PES at the side. As compared to type B, there's 2. Then second thing you need to remember is that on the roof terrace, there isn't any family area. This is the difference between type B and type C. Then D1 will be the only unit, the only inter-terrace, 3,649 square feet. So the dimension is given here. There's only 1 unit, and likely it should be the cheapest unit based on the floor area. D2, 2 corner unit that's beside D1. Also rare, just 2 units. Okay. Unit space are between living to living space. So 18 meter. This is from the edge of the living to the living. Or from here, you can see. And a little bit about the design vision. They are using a large window, curtain wall look alike. And then they have a unique architecture feature, continuous fin and sunshade canopy, which is this white color thing. And then the paint effect will be like a granite look alike texture paint. One of the things that when you step into the sales gallery is the 4.58 meter high ceiling height at the living area. So for this height itself, the airspace is actually not counted. And at the same time, developer is also giving away a furniture deck that is on top of this kitchen area, which have a 5 square meter area and a height of 1.98. You can use it as a bar counter, a study area, or a relaxed corner. So this is the plan, the top view for the type B and type C, which I mentioned. The one that is on top here is the type B. It comes with a family area, as you can see from the picture on my left. You can see the lift come out, there's a small family area. The roof terrace is just outside. And then whereas type C is just a lift lobby coming out, the whole area will be the roof terrace. Then remember type A, there's no roof terrace. Then a little bit about the lift is by Kenzo, is able to accommodate a wheelchair. We have the picture of wheelchair showing the picture of wheelchair that can go into the lift itself. The capacity is 5 packs and the maximum load is 340 kilo. So this is a traction lift. We are also giving away some of the smart feature as a smart home living. For example, you have a provision of a smart home system that you are able to control the aircon in the living and master. You have the digital lock set. You also have a Wi-Fi IP camera, Wi-Fi doorbell with camera, and a smart smoke detector as a basic smart home system. So this is the digital lock set, how it look like, using the phone to control, using your Wi-Fi doorbell with camera to see who is at your door, and also the aircon control with Wi-Fi IP camera. Then for kitchen appliances will be Samsung fridge and washing machine. For this, the development itself, there's 2 kitchens, the Oriental and Deluxe kitchen. So we are giving away 2 fridge for this development. Then we got the Vizo kitchen appliances, the convention, the cooker hob, a steam oven and the conventional oven, and also a induction cooker. Something about the Samsung Family Hub. You can Google this appliances. This is the family Samsung Family Hub fridge. It's a smart fridge. There's a attachment in the EI Pro for you to read more about this fridge. Then for sanitary ware and fitting will be by Gohei. And also Toto. Okay, with that, I would like to end today's briefing. And on behalf of ERA Marketing and Belgravia Ace leadership team, we'd like to wish everyone a happy new year and 2022. Okay, thank you.